blue side and with the 99 woodcutting on the red side. And we have the Draven banned first by the Dirty
Talking
Dancers.
about the aggressive lane from 99 Woodcutting and Draven being banned out, really showing respect from Dirty Dancers for that. And the Rakan ban as well, targeting the most played support of 99 Wood, the most played 99 Woodcutter support there from Speedy. And
yeah,
you go.
Yeah, we're gonna have the Seraph and the Ziggs being banned away here from 99 Woodcutters against Echokill. So a lot of respect being shown towards that mid laner who had a good showing last week, but he is a Seraph one trick. So I'm not sure if you really want to ban the Ziggs away as well. And in the end, they're gonna ban the Mundo from Dashingo.
Yeah, he had a really strong performance on that, so I guess it makes sense they want to ban it away, even if we think they should be playing more towards the top side.
Yes, because Dashingo obviously wanted to play the Mundo last week, played it in both games. We see the classic Fishtol ban, which is 8 rocks, and I think that's double good because last week they lost to an 8 rocks pretty hard. The XPs really destroyed the game over that, even if Dashingo only did 1 or 2 mistakes. And now we have a very, very surprise pick in Warwick. Wow.
First pick Warwick, that's not what I was expecting. I mean, I think I saw somewhere that the Echokill does, no, not Echokill, their jungler does play a little bit of Warwick of Dice Dancing, but yeah, it's not something you'd normally see in the competitive setting. And it's just going to be answered by the Xin Zhao, something that's been very prominent at this tournament, specifically the Xin Lulu combo, right?
Yes, the Xin is one of the stronger picks, or probably still the strongest pick in the jungle here. I like the Warwick though. I gotta say, I respect Dirty Dancers for all these picks. Like last week, they went for the Rammus in one game. Now they're gonna go for Warwick. And Warwick is one of the few champions that can actually contest quite well to Xin Zhao because he clears really, really fast and really healthy. And in the end, I don't think he can 1v1 him early. But once he gets 1 or 2 items, that should work pretty well. And now they gonna go for
Take away
Xin
the
Zhao and
Lulu.
Alistar. Oh,
And then
take away
this
Lulu.
takes away Lulu. Lulu Sivir. I'm not sure about that bot lane, to be honest. What do you think?
I mean, the Sivir is really safe, but it doesn't really fit much with the Lulu. Maybe we're gonna see Echokill playing Lulu. I'm not 100% convinced in Lulu Sivir in the same lane. On the other side, it could also be a top lane Lulu. You can flex Lulu really well still.
Yeah.
You gotta round that out somehow, though. I'm not sure if Warwick Lulu is the answer here onto Xin. And now we see the mirror for Deadeyed, which I'm excited about because that's the aggression once again being put in there.
Yeah, not worried about the Lulu because obviously her CC is conditioned. Well, she's got her ult knock up, but her W polymorph can be blocked by Samira's W, if I remember correctly. So it's sort of a difficult thing to. It's difficult to cancel her out of her ult without committing your own ult. Absolutely.
And now we see some more bans really targeting Echokill here. I was not expecting that in draft. I thought you go for the Xerath ban and then you'd be like, yeah, okay, it's like it. But I guess if you know that your opponent might play towards mid jungle instead of top or bot, it makes sense to ban some stuff out.
Yeah.
And the Twisted Fate, of course, works really well with the Warwick setup because Warwick can like jump in easily, fear someone, TF lands a gold card, and you have a very, very strong setup for a gank or for an invade in the jungle. The Tahm Kench is gonna be banned away for top lane because Tahm Kench is just disgusting still.
Yeah, it's just its numbers are too good still at the moment. It's probably a smart ban from 99 Woodcutting there. And the Kled ban coming in from Dirty Dancers. Maybe, you know what that makes me think? It could potentially be a flex Warwick top. That's my wild theory I'm gonna throw out there. Because obviously Kled's got healing reduction on his Q and his passive makes his W passive means he trades quite well into Warwick if I remember correctly. So I'm not saying that is going to be the play, but it's a potential option for a cheese pick from Dirty Dancers.
I do not necessarily expect the Warwick top here, but it might be an option. I'm not sure what you want to pick then. But what you left open, and what I said in draft, is Gray Cassio, because he plays 2 champions, one the Kiana and second the Cassio. They decided to take the Kiana away and not ban Cassio, which I'm not sure about because what 99 Woodcut is needed here is AP carry. And Kiana is not that. So they
Yeah,
get
yeah,
the
I can
Cassio,
see.
and he's quite happy with that, I think.
Yeah, it gives you the AP mid jungle as well. Split damage, which is going to be very good against someone like Warwick. He's going to be wanting to be building resistances. The Corki pick here for Dice Dancers. Echokill does like to play those more artillery champions, as you've mentioned, with the Xerath one trick. And it does look like it's not going to be a Warwick top, sadly. It's going to be a Kennen top. I guess it's a blindable thing you can pick here into Nice Line Woodcutters. I feel like they need some more AP damage, perhaps, with the Sivir on the team, but I'm still not sure about Dice Dancers draft.
Mm, I think the idea here is Sivir and Lulu are speeding up Warwick or Kennen, and then both run in and get a gold ult off. And then Corki packages some people away, and you just have a lot of damage here. You don't really have a front line with the draft that they have in this case, and I'm really not 100% sure of the Lulu. Because you don't really have the hyper carries that won the Lulu. You don't have a Kog'Maw, you don't have a Vayne, you don't have a Jinx. You also don't have the, like, an early game dueler. I guess Warwick kind of fits it, but I'm not
Yeah.
sure if Warwick needs more sustain in a fight. I would say he needs, if anything, he needs damage. And I'm
Yeah.
really curious how Angelsarcher will build here. And now we have Fishtolento
Yeah.
picking the Gangplank, and
I
that's
just want
one
to
of his
say,
signatures.
also, I think Gangplank is super strong into Dirty Dancers draft, right? Because what does Dirty Dancers want to do? You just said it. They want to run into you, right? With the Warwick, with the Kennen, with like being sped up by the Sivir. And Gangplank ult just can like stop that so much and provide so much damage and make it so hard for them to actually walk in and access these fights without like a dash or like a longer range engage. Just walking through a Gangplank ult, that's going to shred your entire team. So I think it's a really smart fifth pick by 99 Woodcutting. Yeah.
Yeah, the same is true for a Cassio ult. Because if you
Yeah.
run at them, it's really telegraphed, and you need to be able to dodge the Cassio ult by just turning around for a second and then keep running at the players of 99 Woodcutters. I really like the draft that 99 Woodcutters have put around here. They have this early game ganking jungler, which can't really be outdueled. They have a very aggressive bot lane. They have a mid lane that can probably get a lot of priority in the early game. If I play Cassio, I would just go for that level 1 or level 2 advantage with the Twin Fangs and Yasma. And they have a safe top laner that can also get the lead, like Gangplank's lane is really, really strong. So I would, just from the draft, I would favor 99 Woodcutters here.
I do want to point out that Dirty Dancers have actually, we talked about Dirty Dancers wanting to find a bit more of a theme, play something a bit different than they did last week, and I think this draft is something different. Rather than go for something aggressive in the bot lane, they've gone for Sivir Lulu, which, if nothing else, is quite a safe bot lane, right? You've got the Sivir shield, you've got Lulu shields, it's going to be really hard for them to actually try and fight, even though Alistar does kind of get around Sivir shield in a way that you can W and the W gets blocked and then you hit Q and she still gets knocked up. But it's still quite a safe bot lane. And they've got the carry in the top lane in the form of the Kennen, and they've got a more aggressive jungler in the form of the Warwick rather than the Rammus. So even if like the team comps don't match up, great. I think it's good. The Dutch dancers are trying to branch out in their style a little bit more.
Yes, and while I would prefer 99 Woodcutting's draft, it's not that Dirty Dancer's draft is without any strength. Because if you got a head on Warwick in the early game and you got a Lulu to speed you up, you can run over a game. And you can help your carries, your Kennen, your Corki, your Sivir to get to the point where they like deal so much damage that they can destroy you. And if they get to the late game, I would still favor them. They got Sivir Corki with a Lulu on top of that. That's very, very strong in the late game. And I would just say from the wage advantage that Sivir and Corki have against Cassio and Gangplank, you just win in the late game.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. It's definitely there's definitely a range of functions for Dutch dancers, yeah. But that kind of stuff goes a bit off theme with the Kennen and the Warwick, I feel. And yeah, I just feel Nights and Woodcutters have also got like a really strong draft against Dirty Dancers draft. So it's going to be interesting to see how the match pans out.
And with that, welcome to game 1 of the day. We're gonna have the Dirty Dancers once again on the blue side, and we're gonna get 99 Woodcutters on the red side. The game starts with more or less standard 5-point start from both teams. And we gotta
And
pause.
immediately into a pause. Ah, that's the most standard start I've ever seen for a game as well.
Classic.
The 45-second pause.
Yep.
And we're done already. Well, lucky us. Yeah, neither team looking to play too aggressive in the early game jungle, I guess. No one looking for an invade really, nobody really getting any deep vision. Both sides just playing it safe.
Yeah, they don't. No, it's yeah, it's just a small waiting for the pause to sync with the game, and then most likely gonna be back in it.
Yeah.
We can talk items for that, or even runes. I think items are really standard here.
Yeah.
As far as I see, maybe the cannon isn't that standard. I still see some cannons going for Doran's Blade early.
Yeah.
What we noticed in Champ Select was that the Sivir went for lethal tempo, so it's not a Dark Harvest lethality Sivir, which in my opinion makes sense to go crit. Crit got buffed a little bit, but it's not the strongest, right?
Yeah. We'll still just have to see how well the Civ performs in this game. I mean, there are a lot of low range targets on the side of Nice Line Woodcutters, so Woodcutter even. So maybe she can just spam out that DPS on the Xin and the Ali when they dive in, and dominate the fights. But we'll have to see.
Yeah, we saw Gray placing down a ward, which I actually don't like because the ward got spotted, and you can easily, as a jungler, work around the ward. So in the end, that ward, I don't think it accomplishes that much here. And Echokill is already trying to get the push against Gray.
We're starting bot side here, so there might be a fight around top side crab. So it's kind of important to see which top lane is able to get priority. And it looks like it's going to be Gangplank.
Yeah, it should be Gangplank.
Just walks up and pushes Q. Highly interactive gameplay right there.
Also has a lot more potions to work with, so can take one or two not that good looking trades just by healing up with the potions here on Gangplank. And he can obviously level 2 work with the barrels really well. Then level 3 has the W to just cleanse one cannon stun, and Kennen has a really hard time against that, I think.
Definitely. Yeah, it's a really hard lane for Kennen actually, just because of cleanse. Even if the stun gets cleansed, all the other stuns with the ult will only last for like 0.25 seconds, I believe. So yeah, you can get out of things really quickly and really effective with Gangplank versus the Kennen.
The bot laner is hitting level 2 both, but it's actually Deadeyed.
Right. Yeah, Deadeyed taking an early loss there, taking a bad trade, perhaps looking to go onto the Lulu, but maybe some minions aggroed in a poor way. But it seems to be equalized with the potion.
Yeah, I believe Flash Exhaust going down from Modren here to only the Ignite from X.
That flash heal as well from Samira.
Yeah, so
yeah,
even trade actually.
Advantage. Oh, I know there's a heal on the Sivir. Yeah. But I feel like that benefits the Sivir, right? Because it's a kill lane for Samira, Alistar, somewhat. More so than Sivir Lulu, at least. And without, like, the health, and without, like, the summoners, it's going to be hard to put those kills, I feel.
Yeah, and we see that in the jungle, Michalovske is a little bit faster than Angelsarcher, who's though already on the crab, but I think he needs to concede that one just because Fishtolento is so much stronger right now.
No, it does look like, yeah, both lanes are roaming, but priority top's just too strong, and Scuttle passed up there, so I'm not sure about looking to contest this here, Angelsarcher, but yeah, I feel like he just cleared blue Gromp and then run bot lane.
I think he's stuck there too long. He should have just given that up and just immediately walked bot side to get the bot crab.
Yeah, bot side. Looks like first blood's gonna go over to the Sivir here. That's not something we were expecting. Lulu almost goes down as well. Let's see if I is able to pick it up. Wardy doesn't go over the wall. Does that Wardy? He's not able to get it. The shield's too strong. And that's 2 kills down to bot lane. Wow.
And X really is probably throwing his head back because he just missed a WQ combo to secure a kill on Modren. Really well played by King and Modren though. They win that 2v2 in the bot lane, and that's really good for Dirty Dances here, winning the side where we thought they might be disadvantaged.
Yeah, it's really good to see. I guess I'd said, yeah, I guess the early trade was too much of a drain on the resources of Nice Line Woodcuts, and they went to look for something because it looked like the Samira was engaging in, but they just weren't able to find the damage. So maybe this more safe style of bot lane is going to work out better. But speaking of safety, Samira does pick up the return kill as their stances stay too long in the bot lane.
Yeah, meanwhile, Dashingo has to flash from the gank from Michalovske because Fishtolento had a really good freeze set up there. And Dashingo has a hard time going for the lane. In the bot lane, Dirty Dances overstayed really hard. Oh no.
It never stops. Oh, this is so unfortunate. Angelsarcher, oh my god. That's so unfortunate for side Dice Dancers, throwing away the advantage that they had early. He's looking for the kill on the Samira, but wasn't able to pan out.
But why? Why are you going in 1v2 in the bot lane? Why? Why would you do that as a jungler?
Oh, bloodshed this game, baby. There's like so much action happening down this bot lane. It's super explosive, despite what we said about Dashingo having a more defensive lane. It's quite interesting to see.
I mean, they do have the more defensive lane, but they were willing to just turn the gank around, which you can do if you play the defense right. I think they did that very well, but then they first overstayed, and second, like, Angelsarcher just entered and decided to go in 1v2 against Alistar Samira, which is not working out in your favor ever, especially because you are level 4 on the Warwick. And I just disagree with that decision a lot.
Perhaps it was a confidence thing. They felt like they'd finally be able to slip for advantage. And speaking of advantage, it's another fight down bot lane. They really, really want to shut down this bot lane, which I think is a smart move, honestly. And they do manage to pick up another kill on the Sivir as well.
Yeah,
That's incredible.
That one was good. You can go for the gank onto the Alistar if you catch him out of position. X has no flash, can only headbutt away the Warwick once. Obviously doesn't have as much movement speed to get away from Sivir and Lulu. And they take him down just by auto-attacking him.
I feel like I should be lending you more spot for analysis, but it's just a non-stop action for the past 6 minutes. 5 deaths in 6 minutes. It's a really bloody game.
Yeah, we see more of it right now.
My gosh. Bot lane, there's TP down from Gangplank. All down from Gangplank. But maybe did they both make it out of this? Wow. No, it doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like it. But Sivir makes it out. It's kind of, and the counter TP coming down from Corki. Both TPs flown. Kennen's got the ulti in the middle of all of them. He's tearing them apart. Oh, this is disastrous for 99 Woodcutters. We said there might be a bit of rust from them. It's their first game on stage, but this is just overforcing in the bot lane over and over again, I feel. And then more! Warwick, speaking of overforcing, Warwick runs into the enemy jungle, tries to pick up the Xin Zhao, but it's taken down himself, but there's another trade, another kill onto the Sivir, and we talked about how maybe Crypt Sivir's not the strongest, but how about a Crypt Sivir with 4 kills and 3 assists at 7 minutes?
Yeah, it ends up being a 4-4-2 here for Dirty Dancers, who are now soundly in the lead of this game. We're gonna secure the dragon. Great Trip is trying to do his best to maybe get a kill out of it, or get a kill. Hits Dashingo with the poison, and it's gonna be the dragon here, but it's gonna be more action.
600 gold shutdown. It's massive. And 450 as well. Oh no. This is just... It feels like ping pong, honestly.
Yeah, it's a triple kill for Deadeyed here.
God, it's back and forth, and the kills have suddenly been equalized, and just because of all the shutdowns. Nice Like Workers is now 1,000 gold ahead, despite being even on kills, and CS being somewhat even. Obviously, a few advantages in the mid lane, a few advantages in the top lane. It's still 1,000 gold up.
So initially what happened there, I liked the play from Fishtolento to say, I push the wave in, I'm gonna go for the TP on bot lane, and they're gonna get Modren, but they didn't respect the double teleport coming in here from Dirty Dancers, because Great Trip does not have teleport. He has a barrier with him, so he can't join. And the cannon that gets a flank off, that has a good ward there to TP in, together with the Corki coming in as well, is deadly. So they get the kill, they win the fight, the cannon ultimates melt everyone, and then afterwards they just stay around too long once again. Because, like, don't do the dragon, like Angelsarcher got catched in the jungle from Great Trip.
It's enough to fight. It's non-stop. I don't know what to say, man. It's just... First time, Dashingo to send 3 people top lane to try and catch out the 2 working on the Herald. The Xin Zhao and the Gangplank will both get called out and both fall. It's insane. I don't even know what to say now. Is there another kill coming back? But Dashingo to stay too long again? Try and pick up the Herald? The kill goes over to the Cassio mid lane? God, there's just no time to catch up. This is a 17 kill game at 10 minutes. That's nuts. I don't know what to say.
Dirty Dancers are having good plays. The problem is they are not respecting what happens afterwards. Great Trip level 9 can just walk up to Echokill and Angelsarcher and 1v2 them, because neither of them has the ability to just jump on them without ultimate. So Great Trip gets the second kill of the game. We've seen that all the kills were getting to Deadeyed in the team fights. We have almost perfect kill distribution on the side of 99 Woodcutters. And despite, in my opinion, Dirty Dancers making the better plays early, it always gets saved by the overstay of the Dirty Dancers, and with that, 99 Woodcutters are in control of the game.
Yeah, you talked about how dangerous it was to let Grave 59 Trip have his Cassiopea, and I just need to have a look at the gold advantage in mid lane there. That's similar kill participation, but it's just shockingly ahead in the Cassio's favor.
Yeah, now the dive will not work out, right?
There's another attempted dive. Dive won't work out, they say, but they're still gonna go for it. Neither team is afraid. They're firing on all cylinders this match.
Yeah, but good defense coming out here. You can't dive without the wave. Like, just wait for the wave. Why are you diving early? So, I think Nanya Woodcutters are looking a little bit rusty, but in the end they still have the control right now. And they obviously, with the Samira having 5 kills, having the first item right now, and the Cassio being really, really strong as well, they just get a kill.
6 kills. Yep.
Yeah.
Wow. 7 kills now. Wow, I don't even know. It's just... Well, I guess Lulu was playing the previous dive, but...
They used a lot in the dive before, and with the stacked wave they obviously can. Now Angelsarcher missing ultimate and has to back. Bad.
I feel like it's quite hard to dive a Lulu Sivir, because can't Sivir delete the wave, or is there something about the Samira Alistar that I missed on the dive?
Yeah, we also do have some sound issues apparently. I've gotta say sorry for that here. But is gonna fix that in a second, and we see that the arrow is taken by Woodcutters, who are shaking the rust off a little bit, who had a good place here. I think that if that was calculated with Mikal to just go for that dive to get the Lulu ult out, to get the Sivir ult out to then be able to dive with the stacked wave in the 2v2 afterwards, then that's really, really well done for them. They also pick up the herald on top, they get one more camp, they knew exactly where Angelsarcher was, and I think right now 99 New Woodcutters, they feel good about this game. They have a 3000 gold lead, they can probably accelerate the game really, really fast now, but they gotta watch out to Dashingo's ultimate and Echokill on the package on the next team fight, which will be around Dragon most likely, because we already see Dirty already setting that up.
I just want to point out something quickly for this dragon. You say they're 3000 gold lead in the head. I think there's an even more insidious advantage on the side of 99 Woodcut. Beyond, sorry, I tried to make an analytical point, but Sivir gets dived, almost killed by the Samira ult, but Polymorph and Wild Growth manages to save her, but they're looking to continue to dive.
Yeah, but I'd flashing in.
With Gangplank ult, they're just not able to make it, and the Sivir gale forces forwards and manages to get the kill. Was that a shutdown for the Sivir? I can't tell anymore. There's so many kills going on, but it had to be a shutdown on the Sivir. That was an 800 gold shutdown. That's massive. But anyway, the point I was trying to say before there's that dive took place bot lane and the dragon got taken by 99 Woodcutters is that you need to look at the levels as well, even more so than the gold here.
Yeah.
Right, there's a level advantage in the top. There's 2 levels when I was making this point before, but there's a level advantage in the top lane. There's a 2 level advantage in the mid lane. There's a level advantage in the bot lane. Even more gold, even more invisible gold is just going in for this on the side of 99 Woodcutters. But it does look like... Sorry.
The dive right there was it ended up being a 2-for-1. But importantly, the dragon went down towards 99 Woodcutters, and they're gonna go in here and die. What?
Flashes forward, but maybe not the smart choice, 3v2, and yeah, it's picked off by the poison.
Yeah.
Force after force after force. Shockingly fast-paced game.
So Dirty Dancers are trying to force too hard right now. They saw that their first 2 plays were working, and now they keep trying to force and force and force. But 99 Woodcutters are adjusting a little bit better to respond to it by having bot lane dives themselves. Like Deadeyed right now has 8 kills, and yes, he went down there, but meanwhile they get the
9
dragon.
Kills.
9 kills, okay, yeah.
I think you're kind of cursed whenever you try and make a point about how much Deadeyed's got kills. He just goes and dies and picks up another one. But yeah, he's still picking up an insane amount of kills.
Yeah, and despite the first 2v2 death, they are just dominating bot lane right now. Yes, 9 kills. They got the dragon in the meantime. They immediately went mid with the herald that they picked up a while ago and went for the turret, and Echokill tries to jump in together with Angelsarcher, but the turret dies in the same second, and you're Corki without an item. you are not able to beat that Casio Xin Zhao 2v2 here.
Yeah, it's kind of shocking Corki doesn't have his missed that fight. I mean, so much gold floating around.
Oh, they tried to force again.
Yep.
There's no way that works.
Double TP, right? That's double TP.
No,
Oh, it's single TP, single TP.
They only have one.
There's no double TP, I wouldn't remember that. I thought I saw the thing be a bit thicker than usual, but...
No, they only have one anyways, right? They can't
yeah.
double TP here.
You're right.
Not sure if that was even needed. I don't think you should look towards bot lane. I think that was something that they did last week as well. Was that Dirty Dancers? No. Was that?
Some teams tried to force bot lane.
No. One of the teams tried to play really. Oh yeah, it was Dirty Dancers who tried against Sexyvasion. Sexyvasion had a very fat Aatrox, and they kept trying to force towards that Aatrox when they had a lot of cross-map opportunities. They're kind of having the same problem now, as in they try to keep forcing onto the Samira, but the Samira Alistar right now is strong enough to just win a 2v3. Because they have so much healing, so much damage, so much CC, that the Lulu, Sivir, Warwick together cannot win that 2v3. So they should look to make plays towards Gangplank and towards the Casio, which they might be able to turn down.
And I mean, if there's one ADC that can hit a lot of people at once and can kind of blow up everyone diving on her, it's probably Samira, right? Just push ult and you heal up so much, you deal so much damage. Yeah, I'm not sure it's the right play to keep going down there. Thought event's a bit of a lull state here. Baron's coming up soon. Oh no, Rift Herald, sorry, Rift Herald's coming up soon. God, the game feels like it's so much longer than it actually has been, just because of the 25 kills that have taken place, but it seems to be slowing down a little bit. No Dragon up, Rift Herald coming up soon. There might be a fight towards that, but it doesn't look like either team's particularly posturing towards it.
Yeah, right now what 9-year Woodcutters are doing is pretty smart. They are sending their strongest part into the mid lane, and then they just move it to secure their last outer turrets. Like, they push out mid lane, just towards your inhibitor turret, and then they walk towards bot, towards top, and just chip down the secondary turrets there. That guy needs to watch out though. Has to aggro.
Still tanking.
Oh, he's dead.
Oh,
and he
I don't know about that one. Okay. Gangplank ult is super value. It makes it so hard for Dashingo to walk through it. That might have been a triple kill had Gangplank ult not been blown, but still 2 kills over the side of Dashingo. Just as Dragon's about to come up as well. That's not what you want to see.
Yeah, big misplay here from 9-year Woodcutters, from Deadeyed especially, who doesn't respect the turret aggros and gets like 4 turret shots down and dies. I don't think they can secure the Drake off that because, I mean, Mikal, Grey, and Fishtolento are strong enough to just hold that alone right now. I'm waiting for heal reduce here on the side of Dirty Dancers, because you have the Casio, who's obviously healing very strong. You have the Xin who's healing, you have the Gangplank W, you have the Samira with the, how's it called, the healing...
shield bow.
The shield bow, exactly. I'm always on the Ornn upgraded item, on the Blood Ward instead. But they still try to contest, and I think that's wrong.
And this is the wrong time to contest, I feel, as well. But then again, if you hit a huge cannon ult, it's a huge Corki package, it probably doesn't matter. Despite being torn apart, but Gangplank's still alive, and Casiopea's still alive. They're tearing up through the back line, despite the huge cannon ult. The 3 members of Nice Line Woodcutters, it's just not able to, not enough damage. You can kill the Samira, you can kill the Alistar, you can kill the Xin Zhao, but then you've blown everything. You don't have anything to clean up with the 2 other carries. There's just so many damage threats on the side of Nice Line Woodcutters.
Looked okay, I think that's as good of a combo as they can hope for, but they are just too far behind. It's 6k before that fight, and then Great Trip just melts everyone. Great Casio once again, great Miasma, having 4 people in the poison, hitting away with the Twin Fangs, winning that fight for 9-year Woodcutters. Fishtolento as well, obviously has the barrels, has the healing to cleanse this stun from the cannon as well, and they win another fight and they can look towards Baron honestly in just 10 seconds.
Yeah, hopefully.
Oh, we see the replay on screen right now. Where you see the replay.
Yeah.
And, yeah. Nice.
It's a hell of a fight either way. God, it looks so good for Dashingo at the start, but she's turned. But they seem to have found the Casio here. She's caught out. She's all. She's not actually. She's got her teammates fine. Sorry, colorblind. She's not caught out. In fact, it's the Warwick who just tries to hit too hard onto her, thinking she's caught out, but they don't have the vision. And off this, they're probably going to claim the Baron, right?
Yeah, they should get the Baron. They melt it, and Fishtol melts Echokill here. Yeah,
Not
Cassio really good at just killing Barons, and he's gonna do that. It's 9k now, and 9-year Woodcutters, despite some issues, they really managed to capitalize on the mistakes that Dirty Dancers did, and they should be able to close out the game. But what do we know? I mean, they threw it already once because Deadeyed isn't playing his best.
Yeah. I just want to say also that despite the fact that a 10k gold lead, I still want to say that like those dancers played exceptionally well in the early game, right? Despite the fact that Samira is just doing that to them, pressing ult and killing nearly everyone, despite the Kennen ult coming through. That's a 2v5 ace, which is kind of shocking. But then again, that's Samira. That's the power of Samira in a fight. But still, there's been a lot of signs of life from Dirty Dancers, right?
Yeah, also great play by Fishtolento there, landing like, I believe 2 3-man barrels in a row, and just destroying people here. And it's gonna be 9-year Woodcutters who are getting the base right now. We see Fishtol in the bot lane trying it alone, getting a little bit too many turret shots right now. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, they're gonna get that first inhibitor, and it should be a 2 inhib.
I did not expect that fight to go like that, though. They were just melted. That was a 5v2, and they just tore them apart. I guess that's the AoE power though you get with Gangplank, you get with Samira. You just, especially because there's not really many pure tanks on the side of Dirty Dancers, right? They've only got the Warwick who's an off tank.
Well, they are just so far ahead right now, they will...
Yeah,
like, if we look at the items again... Oh, and
Warwick's engaged.
and oh my god.
Beautiful! It's gonna happen again! Please, not in the same place! Alright, they only get 1 this time, but god. That choke point is cursed for Dirty Dancers. If I'm them, I'm like, you're never walking through there ever again. But no, yeah, the gold lead just balloons and balloons. It's a 15k lead at this point.
I do disagree with the choice from 9-year Woodcutters to go bot lane. They should be able to like just have Fishtol be bot alone and just go top and get the last inhib. I mean, I guess bot lane inhib is alive, but I'm not really sure if you want to go into a lane where there's no turret left, because you will get that over time anyways. They gotta do it, they look for a fight, I think. Deadeyed at least, walking towards Angelsarcher here, no fear at all.
I'm gonna be honest, I think they're far enough ahead that they can kind of do what they want at this point. 15k gold up, I don't think you have to worry about which lane is extremely optimal to push, but maybe if the Kennen ult can tell it, but no, he doesn't manage to catch up the carries, and Samira gets the fight interrupted, she's building up a style, but she doesn't even have to ult, she just tears them all apart and it's over. This has to be over, right? Corki's a lot time out to large defense, but he's just not able to do it and he gets blown up. And that's going to be game in favor of 99 Woodcutters. A strong showing, even if they couldn't show up last week. Played exceptionally well this game.